Skye Perryman is president and CEO of Democracy Forward, which serves as counsel in that SNAP case, won in Rhode Island today, and she joins me now. It's good to have you. Can you just tell us what was your organization's argument before that federal judge in Rhode Island today about the SNAP benefits? What did the judge find?
There's just no legal basis for the administration's claims that they could not pay out the SNAP benefits, and in fact that they are required to. I mean, Congress has been clear that these are benefits that should be paid. These are entitlements that should be paid to people, even in the case of a shutdown, and there are contingency funds. And so the court found that our arguments prevailed, that the administration's claims were without merit, and we were able to secure this court order, which means that 42 million Americans will be able to have assistance in November.
Yes, although we got to see if they appeal, right? Because I've been through this rodeo a number of times. Lower courts have been finding against the Trump administration across a range of issues, and judges by both parties, appointed by both parties, have been finding against them, only to have those either stayed by appellate courts or stayed by Supreme Courts. Like, does this actually go into effect? Where are we on that?
Yeah, so I'm so glad you asked that question. Let me first say that it is very odd to me that the administration is saying that they're considering an appeal when multiple administration officials have been coming out and telling the American people that their hands were tied, right, and that they would like to sort of give some type of SNAP benefits. They could not do so. And then the president, of course, has made a range of politicized statements to try to play politics with people's lives. So it is quite shocking that the administration would want to deprive 42 million people of food in November. But if that is what they seek to do through an appeal, we are very confident that the courts will uphold this order. We, too, are in court every day. We have been through this before, and we have had our orders sustained by the First Circuit, which is the circuit that this would go up to. Yeah,
I want to be clear here. I mean, this is an administration that destroyed USAID in violation of congressional statute and unilaterally without any consultation from Congress. They have impounded funds that were congressionally appropriated. They have clawed back funds, going so far as to yoink money out of New York City's bank account. They have paid the active duty service members with a private donation of $130 million in blatant violation of the law. They've got an East Ballroom that they're fundraising for. They have not been particularly precious and legalistic about money. And yet here they are, right? In court, in two different venues, their DOJ fighting this tooth and nail. Is that how it went?
Well, look, yes. I mean, it's quite unbelievable. This is unlawful. It is immoral. It shocks the conscience of the vast majority of the American people. The main thing that we want people to know tonight, okay, on the last night of this month, on Halloween night, when they are raising their families and trying to go through their lives, is that there are lawyers that are going to fight in court every single day to make sure that their rights are protected. We have won a court order, and we do believe that we are going to be able to have these benefits for people in November. And that, we hope, allows Americans to breathe a sigh of relief.
So one thing to look for is if they appeal or not, because now we've got President Trump is posting. And again, I've read this a few times. I can't really make sense of it. It sort of circles in on itself a few times. Our government lawyers do not think we have the legal authority to pay SNAP with certain monies we have available. Now courts have issued conflicting opinions on what we can and can't do. I've instructed our lawyers to ask the court to clarify how we can legally fund SNAP as soon as possible. Even if we get immediate guidance, it will unfortunately be delayed while states get the money out, yada, yada. It will be my honor to provide the funding, just like I did the military and law enforcement pay. But again, they're getting very minutely legalistic all of a sudden. Can you make any sense of that?
Yeah, I think the president should let the federal judges interpret the law. That's kind of what we do in this country. That's what our Constitution does. And the federal judges have been very clear. There was just no legal basis for what the president has done. Playing politics with people's lives is not only immoral, but it's unlawful. And the court was crystal clear that come Monday, these systems have to be turned on and millions of people need to be able to get their SNAP entitlements.
All right, Skye Perryman, who's part of one of the organizations that was arguing that case today. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you.